Morning folks. As you will probably realise from most of my videos, is I never really plan a video. So again, we are out it's very early this morning. It is currently coming up to 5:20. The alarm went at 4:30. We're down here at close to Dunstanburgh Castle. We're going to have a little wander along to the castle and basically see what we get. It could be anything, to be honest. So yeah, it's pretty windy, so no drone footage today. I'm just waiting for my accomplice to arrive, and then we'll get on the way and have a little wander. So yeah, thanks for joining me today so far. Thank you. Well, good morning people. We are at Dunstanburgh Castle, as you can see today. We've come to the south side of the castle, the impressive side as I like to think it is, with the ruined gatehouse and the full frontage. Spectacular ruins here on the Northumberland coast. And today basically it's a beautiful clear morning, not a cloud in the sky, and we've got sunrise going to be happening pretty much behind the camera there, and what I'm really hoping is that we get more than about 30 seconds of nice light casting, like pinkish orangey light casting on the castle, and hopefully be able to capture that in a number of ways. Hopefully a bit of video footage along with some sharp regular landscape imagery and some ICM imagery as well. So that's the plan for the morning. Whether it'll happen that way, we can only hope. So that's the plan. And basically, it's about 25 minutes till sunrise, so I can just sit around and do note for the rest of the for a while. I can maybe look for a composition or two. I've been here several times before. I know exactly where I'm going. Right, not exactly unexpected, but quite nice, is there's some really high clouds, very, very wispy stuff, just catching a bit of colour directly above the castle. So I've had to stop, change a little bit of plan, get some sharp shots to take and just to record the scene. Very nice, bit of bracketing to make sure I've got everything I need to put together later on in Photoshop, because that's the way I roll. So I've got catching some lovely colour in the sky now. I'm going to continue shooting that before it disappears. Yeah, and then I looked behind me. Not a bad bit of colour, eh? Right, light is beginning to change. There's more colour coming. There's flecks of light hitting the few low clouds on the horizon there. So it's time to get to work. Time for panic stations. Everything happening at once. Isn't it always the way? Right then, we are in the annoying part of ICM photography and photographing at dawn and dusk, is the fact that we are right in the middle of having no filter on and having my 6-stop filter on, because without it it's far too light no matter what I do with it, and with the 6-stop on it is far too dark. So we are right in that time where I should really have a 4-stop filter. Hopefully you can hear us, or the sun is just breaching the horizon there now. So it's panic stations. I've changed locations. wasn't working up there. The shot I had envisaged was not going to work because the gorse isn't really out. So I've come down closer to the shoreline. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind and the waves. So basically just yeah, we've got maybe a quarter of the sun across the horizon now. Hopefully that light's going to hit the castle very shortly, and hopefully we've got enough knowledge and enough skill to be able to string all this together and hopefully get some light on the castle. The best light of them backlit clouds are now gone, or passing anyway. So yeah, it's just flail now. It's just flailing. This is not going well. Change of plan again. We're going to move closer up because this just isn't working. I think we're finally getting somewhere now. Why are you on such a kilter? That should be level. Right, we're finally getting somewhere. There's enough balance between the sky and the light being cast that I can actually work. Panicking! Bloody photography. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on proper now on this vlogging and stuff. Yeah, going to make the most of this whilst it's light. The sun is fully up now. It is casting very, very nicely. So I'm going to stop blabbing and I'm going to do some shooting because that's the important bit. It's beautiful but hard. Alright, the stress levels are still quite high, but I've just kind of given up. So sun is well up now, but there is, I mean, the light on the castles. Look, I mean, lovely. Alright, it's not pink or red or anything, but it's lovely. We have really got to the point where I can't actually photograph properly. A bit ICM, will you? Sorry about that, bit windy still. That's why I've got the drone up today. What was I on about? Vlogging, who would do it? Yeah, photographing this is a lot easier now. But the composition from down this end, I came back to the shoreline, but a bit closer up to the castle. It is just not working. I think basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to plant myself in front of the gatehouse, reasonably close in, and just work with that, because I'm struggling. I mean, ideally, being probably about 200 metres out to sea in that direction would probably be a fantastic composition, but we need one. Right then, hopefully you can hear us because it's pretty windy up on the top here. Final throw of the dice. We've got the very iconic and very ruined gatehouse of Dunstanburgh Castle here. Tried from distance, not working. Tried from down by the shoreline, not working. So final trick is come in fairly close, go very wide on the 16 to 35, probably 16, 20 mil, something like that. And that lets you just move the camera quite a lot, which I think is going to be helpful in these conditions. It kind of fills the frame as well, better than the distance shots that I was kind of struggling with. So that's what we're going to do now. Throw everything at it and hopefully we'll get something worth showing and worth editing and then showing later on. As some of you will maybe know, is the ICM photography is very much a experimental and a reactionary way of capturing something. It's experimental because your movements might work one day and different movements might work a different day, and that's very much the case. You've just got to shoot and find out. You can't really, you can kind of predict these things, but it's just like have a go and then adapt, have a go and adapt, having a go and adapt. So that's what I'm having to constantly do. I mean, even something as easy as this, I'm having to adapt positionings in the frame, adapt shutter speeds. Do I underexpose? Do I overexpose? It's lots and lots of variables to consider. But you know, with experience, you can kind of get used to these things. But it's a tricky old morning for all it being ideal. I don't know whether it's the wind getting to me or what, but it is tricky. I think maybe even if I had more cloud behind, it would be easier because the light is more evenly spread. But like this, it's just dark foreground, light sky. Even flipping the camera upside down is causing a few. It's not producing ideal imagery. So we're just gonna keep on going at it, and hopefully there's something there worth it when I get back home and put them in the Lightroom and figure it all out. Finally getting somewhere. Everybody, that is it for today's video. We've wrapped up. The sun has reached the height of these lower clouds. I think the forecast is for clouds to come, for it to cloud up later on today. So the casting light is kind of softened on the castle now. So we are done. I did finally it looks like I got some decent data in the camera. So much relieved about that. It just took quite a while. So we're going to make our way back to the car now. Back in time for breakfast, walk the dog, get these into Lightroom and see what we've got. So any images that have appeared in the video, hope you like them. If you've enjoyed the video and me ranting and swearing and raving about composition and rubbish and weather and conditions and everything else that I like to rant and rave about and get frustrated with, the delights of vlogging, etc, etc, leave the video a like if you've enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic morning out, even if it has been frustrating, but it's good practice because, you know, with COVID we haven't been out enough over the months, and it's just a case of getting back into it and just getting ready for like later in April and May when we can get out a hell of a lot more. So very much looking forward to that. But yeah, at the minute it's frustrating. Good to get the practice in, get used to doing 7 things at once, and cracking on. Right then, I've kept you long enough. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that'll be. Till then, keep hard. See you.